Hello guys, my name is Daniel Strindholm and welcome finally to my YouTube channel. After years of thinking about it, I finally decided that this is happening. A little bit about me. I'm a Swedish guy of 24 years. I'm a professional football player, right now playing in a team in Sweden called Varbergs Boys. And I've also previously before last year played in Norway and also in Spain for Malaga CF. And I've always trying to find every single thing that I can to be the best version of myself. And it really passionates me, finding things that I can improve in all aspects of life. And there's so many things you can improve on, so many things you can change of yourself too, and you can feel so good mentally too. It's so nice. When I was 17, I got my first professional contract for Malaga CF in Spain, and at the same time also studying, always getting the best degrees in school. And at the age of 21, I finished my university economics degree of 4 years. And so there wasn't ever so much time to go out partying or for girls and stuff. There was always training Saturday morning and games on Sundays. So it was always hard work and a dedication, and knowing that if you really want to become something in life, you need to also have some discipline and sacrifice some things too. And maybe also that's why I've never even tried alcohol in my whole life. Have never had the need for it. And in later years, I've also come to appreciate and really enjoy going out sober too, and talking to strangers and going up to girls sober and talking to them, and it's really fun too. You don't need it either to have fun when you go out. You can why would you in my opinion need to have alcohol to go out partying when it's so fun, and you dance to nice music and talk to girls and talk to people when you you don't need to drink anything when you go to school and do job and do all the things that maybe aren't so fun. So yeah, during the last years also I always tried and loved to trying to become comfortable in the uncomfortable. For example, when I moved to Spain when I was 6, and at the age of 7, I started going to a Spanish school. And in this Spanish school, I couldn't speak any Spanish, nothing. I only could say leche, that's milk, and maybe hola, and poco más. And in that Spanish school, I was the only blonde guy with blue eyes, only one. So I can remember when I always came home and stuff, I wanted to find ways that really try to change my hair color to brown and my eye color to brown, because I wanted to be like everybody else. But as the years also passed through and stuff, I also came to realize that being different, there is nothing wrong with that. And also starting to embrace being special too, and saying that it's quite nice to be special, and doing things that are difficult and making yourself uncomfortable too. For example, I'm also I love learning languages, and right now I'm learning French and German. And I started learning French last year in September. I started learning it in a Monday in September in the library here in Varberg. And I was picking up French language book, kind of a school book. And looking at the website of the library, I could see, there's a French speaking cafe tomorrow at 5 o'clock with a French teacher and many other students. Why not go? So I decided to, after just one day of learning French, I had also had French in school 10 years before it, but only for 1 year, and I couldn't remember anything. So after just one day of learning French, I decided to go to a French speaking cafe with a French teacher the day after. So I wrote down in a notebook all the things about myself in French. Then I used DeepL as a translator. My name is Daniel Strindholm, I'm 24 years old, I play football here, I started to learn French yesterday. I had it in school, and I can speak Spanish, and it's a bit similar. And so I brought the paper and like started reading it to the teacher and to the other students. It was like maybe 7 or 8 more students, and they were all like 60 plus or 50 plus, so it was quite fun though. And yeah, I made myself like really uncomfortable. I couldn't like understand anything that the teacher said, but I still like managed to pass through the class somehow. And they asked me some question, and like I could somehow like answer it. I don't know how yet. But yeah, like then I started going to like more and more like speaking cafes of French every Tuesday. And the more you do it, like you also become much more comfortable in uncomfortable. And yeah, it's like then you can also like take this same thing to other aspects in life, and it's the same. Like 2 years ago, when I also started studying like German, I had it in school for 3 years, but I couldn't like remember anything after like 5 years of not touching it. I was going to start like an A2 class, but it was cancelled because there wasn't enough like students. So I went directly to B1, and in the first class, like I couldn't understand like anything either. It was me, a friend, a German teacher, and 5 all other students. They all were like 55 plus, and it was so funny. Like the first like everything that the teacher said, I couldn't understand anything. I was just like looking at her and smiling like crazy. Hilarious. But the more you do it too, like you learn more, and like you become like much more comfortable being uncomfortable, and that's nice too. And the more as me as a person, like I'm always trying to find things to improve on. And also being a professional football player, like my goal is to play for the Swedish national team, like being up there and like playing a World Cup and like playing for the top teams in Europe. And that I know that like I have it in me. Like as long as I believe that I can reach the top in football, I will give like my all to it. And like try to focus on like on every aspect of my life, everything that I can, to optimize it and like be the best version of myself. Both like for me and like for the people I love, for my family, for my friends. Like I always want to be like the best version of myself, and like in all aspects of life, both with like learning languages and with nutrition and like with health and like longevity, like everything. So I've also tried like during the last years like many things, like many things, and also had made many mistakes trying to optimize my health. Especially like I finished my economist degree 3 years ago, and after that I had a lot of free time, and I didn't know what to do with all the free time, so I started like reading tons of books. So I right now have in my cabin house like over like 100 books in a like little like library there, and I've read like so many things about like functional medicine, because I had like some big like skin problems before, and I wanted to learn everything I could about functional medicine, like food as medicine, in order to kind of like heal everything like naturally. And yeah, it's like food, everything you eat makes a big impact on your skin too. And same as like for your sleep too, like, and like how you feel. And like, for example, I'm like a really introverted guy. Right now I work so much on myself, so like right now I really enjoy like going out and talking to people, and like meeting strangers, and like being in a place where I don't know anybody. I love it. But before, like I was always the guy that like had so much difficulty with it. Like even in Spain, I went to a speech specialist to improve my speaking, because I was all the time like speaking. I couldn't like get out the words, and like all the time like having trouble like speaking, and like stuttering. Like I stuttered a lot. That was also like a big reason of why I needed to go to a speech specialist. Even nowadays, I need to improve a lot, because I tend to speak way too fast, and I need to improve on that. But even like with me being introverted, I've worked so much on myself. So now I really enjoy all that kind of stuff. So like in Spain, when I played in Malaga before, all the guys in the team knew that I was like had hard speaking to other people, and like a hard time like being social kind of. So every time that we had like a team lunch or a team dinner, they always said like, Danny on the table, Danny on the table. So I had to like stand up and talk in front of everyone, like give a little like speech, because like they knew that like it was hard for me and like uncomfortable. So, but that's true. Like it makes you like grow and learn and like be comfortable with the uncomfortable. And that's also the thing. Like in this YouTube channel, I want to like share like in all the different ways you can improve your health, and like also like my kind of like journey towards self-mastery, because like I really want to try to be like the best version of myself in all the ways. And there is so many things that you can try. And I've also come to realize during the last years that it's much more than just trying to like optimize yourself for yourself. I also want to document everything and share it online. So also like hopefully other people can also learn from my journey and also grow. Because like it's like worth like for me it's like so little if I only do it for myself. Like I also want to help other people. And especially like it's a really tough journey to become like a professional football player, football or soccer or however you like say it. But like if you do the right stuff, like it's not impossible, and like it's really like you can do it. Like me, for example, I've never in my whole life thought before that I was going to be a professional soccer player. Then I just like happened to be good, and like at 14 years old, like started playing for Malaga, and going back and forth every day, 45 minutes to go to training and stuff. And then I became professional, and then like it happened. But if you do the right stuff, like it can happen for everyone. Like there's nothing impossible. And here I also want to show my like journey towards like kind of excellence, because right now I'm playing in the Swedish second division. It's still good, but it's like I can earn to like live by it, but there's no like big things. But I really want to also show like it's possible to go from here to like the biggest teams in Europe and the national team, because I really believe that like I can reach that level. And I also want to show here like as a proof of concept that I will apply everything that I learn to really become the best version of myself, everything off the pitch, like trying to learn more languages all the time. Like right now I'm trying to optimize my French and German. I go to a German speaking cafe every Monday and a French speaking cafe every Thursday. And I also want to like optimize like everything, my nutrition, my health, my body, and at the same time also like my performance on the pitch, really trying to make it possible to like to have my breakthrough year and go to a top team in Europe. And yeah, like following your dreams, it's so nice, but it's so hard too. And in this YouTube channel, I really want to share like all that journey and everything that I do, like to optimize my health, and also like all the things that I've tried and maybe like it has backfired a lot. Like last year I was trying some crazy, maybe extreme diets and stuff, and started getting like heart palpitations at night and stuff. And now I also learn why it is. And also like starting to use now like glucose monitors. And that like has made a big impact on my sleep. Also what I eat before sleep and stuff. Same as before, I also would like a CGM to track my blood sugar like 24/7. Also so interesting. But now like I've come to learn everything about that. So now I just like may take like some like blood sugar readings sometimes to know like where I'm at, and if I'm like really screwing up with the diet or not. So I can also easily see there if I'm doing like overdoing something way too much. So it's quite interesting also like how like everything you eat impacts like your life and your nutrition, like your speaking and like your energy. Same as with supplements too. Like I've tried so many different, and you can get so many strange symptoms from certain supplements. And yeah, there was a time when I took like 50 supplements for like in a day. Crazy. Right now I'm just like in the basics and I feel so good. But yeah, in this channel I would share like my whole like journey towards like trying to like reach like self-mastery. Though like you will never like be perfect, but you can always like grind towards like trying to reach like the self-mastery in all aspects of life. And it's really fun too. So hopefully you can learn something with me, and also like follow me in this journey, and like we can all like grow together. And if you also see something that maybe I'm doing wrong, or you think that like you want to comment on, like you just write it down. And like I also want to try to build like a mastermind group, and hopefully here like we can also try to push each other to be better and like become the best version of ourselves. So I'm really like pumped to it. So more content is coming out there, but expect like everything of like both like self-development, like how I train, how I eat, how I sleep, like everything I do to like to optimize. Also like how I try to learn every language. Like I can speak like English is my third language. I also speak native Swedish and Spanish, and I speak really good German, and my French is also progressing. I will also share like everything I do to like optimize my language learning. Same as like everything I do with all the other like aspects of health and like skin and like food, and it's so interesting. So yeah, expect like a ride, but hopefully we can grow together and like have a really like nice journey towards mastering self. Bye.